people, is this longer than 6 minutes? To dance around and make 13 people have a good time, you know?
No.
Not at all. No, I drink beer and talk about my dick. It was so it's still fun to do sometimes. Hey, Michelle.
Oh, you remember my name?
Of course I do. My name is Matt Sadler, and that's a tough question to answer, but I started in the 90s. I'll say that much.
The 90s.
Yeah.
I love the 90s.
Oh, yeah, they were great.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nirvana.
Seinfeld. Yeah, it was all fun. Yeah, yeah. And my first open mic, I brought 30 of my friends, and I killed. I was amazing. My second open mic, none of my friends showed up, and I was not good. But the third open mic, I was terrible.
Oh, no.
Fourth, fifth, and sixth, not good at all. But after about 6 months, they said, hey, do you want to host the open mic, and we'll give you $20. And I was like, I'm a professional comic. You know?
So why'd you keep going after?
I don't know. It's a great question. Because I would get mad. When I had a bad set, I would drive home and I'd just be like, I'm gonna go home and write a joke that they are not gonna be able to yell at me for. They're gonna have to just swallow that joke. It's weird that you remember the really bad sets. The good sets, you're like, I can do this in my sleep. But the bad sets are the ones where you just are like, oh my God, I'm never gonna let go of that.
Yeah.
It's just the worst experience of my life. I mean, that's the thing about comedy is, you know, you create something. You know, and you sit down and you construct it, and in your head you're like, okay, they're gonna love this. And then you get on stage and people are like, and that's the loneliest feeling in the world. That is the loneliest feeling in the world, when you just go da 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 da, and they're like crickets chirping in the back. I mean, that's the loneliest you'll ever be. You know, conversely, when you do something and it all falls into place, and you're 2 steps ahead of the audience, and they're so happy with what you do. There's no drugs, there's no sex, there's no feeling like that in the world. It is a euphoria that cannot be described.
And that's what keeps you coming back?
Absolutely. And I get I'm terrified before I go on stage. I have chronic stage fright. Like, other comics don't like to be around me because I'm so panicked and pacing and the whole thing. Once they say my name, I'm okay. And I take the microphone, I'm just like, okay, this is where I should be. But prior to that, I am absolutely terrified. But if that ever stops, I'll quit comedy, because that's part of the rush, you know what I mean? Yeah. I pace around my house with a concept in my head, and I scream and yell, and my wife comes home, and my wife is actually much funnier than I am, and she'll come home and I'll be like, honey, I wrote a bit today. And she's like, okay. And I'll tell it to her, and she's like, it's okay. And I'm like, what do you mean okay? You don't know anything about comedy. Screw you, lady. And then I'll say something in the car, yell at another driver or something, and she'll go, see, you should do that on stage, because that's much funnier than the thing you wrote the other day. And invariably she's correct, you know, which frustrates me no end. But yeah, she's a great barometer for comedy. No, but we fell in love, and we've been together ever since. So, awesome. And she's my first wife.
Oh, good.
And she gets mad when I call her that. And I don't know why, because I'm really proud of the fact that we both haven't been married a dozen times. But yeah, I'll be at a party, I'll be like, hey, why don't you meet Becca? She's my first wife. She's like, don't call me that.
She doesn't think it's funny?
She doesn't think it's funny or appropriate. She goes, it's because it implies there's going to be a second wife. And I'm like, well, then don't screw up. Now, I don't get a lot of hecklers because I move really quickly on stage. So most hecklers for me in my show are usually like, hey, God, he never shuts up. Yeah, no, I like to explore the space.
Yeah, you're all around.
Yeah. It's fun for me. I can't stand. I mean, there are points in the act where I have to put the mic in the stand because I need to use my hands. But normally, I like to just feel free and just to gesticulate wildly or to express something.
Gesticulate, such a great word.
Thanks.
You like an English major? What?
Communications, actually.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, I was RTF.
Okay, that's awesome.
I was RTF at the University of Texas, and I would go to RTF parties, radio, television, film. Sorry,
we don't know the lingo.
Yeah, right. They would be working on their thesis film, and it would invariably be a comedy. And they would want me to come out and be in the film because I was funny at the party, and I would go do it because I wanted to learn how to be a director. That's what I wanted to do. I want to be the director, and I would go there, and just watch him to find out, you know, what he was doing. And he was invariably the guy who was screaming and crying and pulling his hair out. And I was like, oh, it's so much more fun to be in front of the camera. I'm on Facebook, at Matt Sadler. You can find me there. I'm on Twitter, but if you follow me on Twitter, you're gonna be really lonely because I just never do Twitter. It's just not something I do. I have an Instagram account.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm mostly involved in Facebook, so.
Gotcha.
You know,
Do you have a website at all, or?
Well.
Not to shame. I'm not shaming you. Don't.
You're making me feel bad about
I know
myself.
you look like a sad puppy. It's
Yeah.
okay. You don't need a website.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's
No, I mean, I do. I mean, I own mattsadler.com.
Yeah.
You can't have it.
Okay.
But and I
that's
get
about
email
it, huh?
there, but there's
Yeah.
nothing there.
Okay. Fair enough. So Facebook it is.
Yeah.
Great.
That's the best place to get in touch. I'm so fun. I'm so fun. I'm adorable.
Awesome. You are adorable. I agree.
You are.
Oh, no, you are.
You are.
You stop it. Well, thank you, Matt.
Michelle,
so much for your
thank you
time.
so
I
much.
appreciate it. You were great.
You were great.
Something's going down. What's going down?
What's happening?
Should I be swinging? What's... Oh.
I'm Andrew Rose. I'll be here too. This is all the shit that Matt doesn't have.